Hello, lovelies, and welcome to the sanatorium! Of course, this is a place where no idea is crazy enough to not be discussed, and thank God for that, because today we are talking about the end of the world! The world. So, today we are going to look at Doomsday, and namely the one linked to the alleged Mayan prophecy of the end of the world, which is supposed to happen December 21st this year. Although, let's be honest, we should probably talk about the one concerning YouTube this March, eh? Oh well, the Maya. By now, I trust everyone must have heard that this coming apocalypse is guaranteed by the Mayan calendar. Of course, as most ancient civilizations, the Mayans had a cyclical understanding of time, and it turns out that on top of that they had like shitload of calendars. Well, 3. Yeah, it's complicated. Certainly the calendars were uber sophisticated, but we should also keep in mind that this was a culture of human sacrifice. The point of which was that the Maya believed that the sun needed sustenance as it travelled underneath the earth during the night. And voila! Human blood! Yes, truly enlightened minds must have been present there, wouldn't you say? Oh, did I mention the sacrifice was often a child or a slave? Oh, granted, that's what slaves are for. But the tools of choice for this wonderful, wonderful ritual was a stone knife. A bit of an odd choice for a culture that apparently mastered the time-space continuum, but who are we to judge the ancient wisdom? Huh? Anyhow, with the conquistadors came the introduction of Christianity, and completely coincidentally, I'm sure, the destruction of the old culture and its codices and books and so on. And so today we only have about 4 left. Well, that's right, from all the libraries and stocks and whatnot, we have 4 left. Amazing amounts of knowledge. And luckily enough, the Doomsday prophecy was preserved in the so-called Dresden Codex. That was one of the lucky 4 that we preserved. Really? Really? I mean, who knows? Maybe it was written by one crazy priest, and it was completely debunked in the other codices. But we didn't save those. Ooh, aren't we in luck? Oh, and did I mention also that the translation of this Dresden Codex is still incomplete? I'm sure that's not relevant at all. I trust now we are ready to look at one of the calendars that is called the Bakhtun, or long count. And within this long count are units of time called katuns. Each of these katuns is roughly 20 years, and for each of these there are prophecies. One Katun cycle is about 260 of our years. And what would happen during these years? Oh well, for example, Katun 13. Katun 13 cycled through 1520 and then 1776 and during the world wars, etc. And this Katun 13 prophecy says, this is a time of total collapse. Everything is lost. A time of God's judgment. There will be epidemics, famine. Governments will be lost to foreigners, and wise men too will be lost. Oh, by the way, Katun 5 says, a time of misfortune. Rulers and their subjects will be separated and torn asunder. People lose faith in their leaders. Leaders may be harshly treated, even hung. There is abundance of snakes, famine, blah 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 blah. I'm sure we get the picture. Oh yeah, Katun 13 also cycled during the American Civil War, of course. But also, I don't know, Dominican Republic regained independence from Spain during that time. There was a little thing called Emancipation Proclamation, tiny teeny thing. 4 roller skates were patented. That's amazing, isn't it? I mean, you know, take your pick. So, famine. Pretty sure that's true for every single year ever, somewhere on this planet. Same for epidemics and wars. Not sure about the abundance of snakes though. granted. Time of loss of faith in leaders? Pfft, you don't even need 20 years for that. 1 or 2 years after the election is more than enough for most. I mean, even if you accept all these wackety-doodly-doo, this current cartoon is supposed to be from 1993 to 2000 now. But all this Doomsday nonsense is just us. You, me, all together. Why? Well, perhaps because the calendar doesn't end. It just turns into the next Bucktoon, which is surprisingly Bucktoon number 14. And I'm sure there is some conspiracy going on that 14 comes after 13. There is something going on. What is more interesting, in my humble opinions, is the fascination of humans by the end of times. From the thousands of Doomsdays we already survived, and I just casually looked at Wikipedia the other day, and it turns out that last year we should have died at least 4 times. Also this May we are apparently doomed too, and you know, there's plenty more to come. I'll ask you, have you ever played ball? Or any game for that matter, Now if you know you have only 30 seconds left of game time, won't you try harder? Oh, the power of procrastination. We all do things because, as the classic would put it, the time is up. But if you were immortal, if you had all the time in the world and more, would you actually do anything at all? Imagine a football match with no time limit. How much fun would that be? So, it appears that we need limits, some sort of boundaries, rules even. Could it be that they actually enable us? Maybe? Possibly? What do you think? Let me know down below. This has been your daily dose of daft. Comment, question, suggest, and subscribe. And I will see you next time.